Hello, everybody, and welcome to one of my first Let's Plays coming back, solo, that is, of Rule the Waves. Uh, Now, if you don't know much about this game, it is a naval kind of fleet simulator, I guess, or a navy simulator. You control the navies of a specific nation in the early 19th century, kind of like the dreadnought era, like World War One to the interwar years. Though you can play up into the World War II kind of era, though there's not technology for it. So we're going to be we're going to be doing a new game, and we are going to be playing as a very underplayed country. We're going to be playing as Austria-Hungary. Now, this game it simulates the whole world. So it's not just going to be this map here. Once we load in, you'll see. But I wanted to try Austria-Hungary because I'm pretty sure it has the smallest naval budget. We'll be doing a game naval budget, but compared to everyone else, I'm pretty sure we have the smallest naval budget in the game. Well, okay. No, alright. So Austria-Hungary has the same naval budget as Japan, but it has the disadvantage of being close to quite a few other nations that have a crap ton to spend on their navy. So let's see how this goes. We're going to be going ahead with this. Our name is Roach. We're going to be playing with a very large fleet size. We're going to have historical resources turned off just so we have a little bit of variance here. We're not going to manual build our legacy fleet. We're going to auto build it. So what this means is when you start the game up, you can either manually build a legacy fleet where you design every ship and the fleet that quote-unquote came before this time frame in the game, that's your legacy fleet. And you can either manually build it or auto build it. I like auto building because I like dealing with whatever the random generator spits out. Usually they're usable, but we'll see. We're going to have a normal research rate, and we're going to keep varied technologies off. I like having kind of a set tech rate. Let's choose our game, and let's go forward. So we're going to load up here. It's going to take a little bit because it has to load everything up. So it's got to load our fleet, and it shouldn't be that big. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we're gonna max this out. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's start with the map. Now, as we can see here, this is the world map. The battle map essentially looks like this. Just it's zoomed in, and you actually have a bit more control. But we are here. We have one area where we can build, and our build area, I think, is the Mediterranean, I think. It's not Northern Europe. Yeah, okay. So the box is over kind of this area, but we build into the Mediterranean. That's where we have our only ships right now. And as we can see, our main contenders are going to be France, England, and Italy. And I don't think Austria-Hungary had any colonies. Definitely not. Okay, I'm just getting a feel for this. It's been a while since I've turned this game on. But let's take a look here. We've got pretty normal starting tensions. And our fleet doesn't look half bad. Okay, so we have 6 starting pre-dreadnought ships. So I'm just going to call these battleships, and then dreadnought post-dreadnought battleships. I don't know how to say that. We're just going to call those dreadnoughts. And this is the way you signify that is a B or a BB. BB is for dreadnought. So we have 2 of these 9,000 tonners. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, these are crap. Alright, so we have 3 main guns. Well, almost 9. This is a battleship? I've seen heavy cruisers with better armaments than this. So we have a 9-inch main battery on this 9,000-ton battleship, and we don't even have 2 double-stack turrets. Wow. I guess this is like a coastal battleship? I guess. Wow, that is crappy. Let's see here. If we go to this one, okay, this is well. I mean, it's still pretty crap. Um, well, we have 4 guns, which is good, but these 9-inch guns are gonna be horrible. So we've got at least 4 of those. So our okay, so our main ship of the line fleet, our 6 battleships are all crap. Let's see what we got here. This one's not that bad, actually. These armored cruisers, these oh Jesus, this is one of the reasons I didn't want to do a Stuttgart, George, I don't know. They've got a decent amount of armor. That 5-inch midship belt is actually pretty good for this era. It's got 8 secondary 6-inch batteries, which makes it actually pretty good at dealing with any like destroyers that are coming at it. And its 2 9-inch main turrets are not bad for this era, and with the 20-knot top speed. So this thing actually could be a pretty good convoy raider, or even fast battleship if we wanted to treat it like that. So the Donau. Let's see what we got here. Oh, oh, that's not bad actually. Now this is actually a convoy raider. 22 knots. This is still a heavy cruiser. 4-inch midship, 2-inch deck, 2-inch. Well, actually, 2-inch deck is actually a way over for this era, because we're not going to have plunging fire really. It's a bit light on the center on the conning tower, but these double turrets are not bad. I mean, you couldn't use them to fight off destroyers because I'm pretty sure Austria-Hungary did not have the correct gear for this mount right now. But that's not bad. You could definitely take out things like convoy ships, like transports. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see here. The Zinta. I think that's how you pronounce that. Pretty standard light cruiser, 21 knots, so it's actually slower than the Danu, which is interesting. 8 5-inch turrets, not bad. A pretty light belt. Still heavy on the deck. I'm not exactly sure why we have such a heavy deck on most of our ships. At this time, really, even on my battleships, I'd only put like a 2-inch belt or 2-inch deck on these things. We got a lot of those. That's gonna have to change. We got a Vulcan. I know how to pronounce that. It's basically the same, just with a bit of a heavier secondary and a heavier deck. What is it with this deck? I don't get it. But it's fast. It's actually pretty fast. And we have 3 torpedo tubes. So I'm guessing we have one port starboard and then like one forward torpedo tube, which is going to be useless. And then we have the destroyers. So we have the Listen, the Python. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, these are pretty standard. I'm not expecting them to be groundbreaking. Okay, so we've got that. Do we have any under construction? Okay, we have a new battleship class under construction. Let's see what we got here. Is this a 10-inch? No, it is not. I like the belt. I like the belt. The deck is actually a bit more in line with what I would expect from this era. Turrets are pretty heavy, actually. That's not bad. 4.5-inch battery, and a 6-inch center, 6-inch conning tower is not bad either. It's pretty slow. It's pretty mixed guns. I'd take off these 3-inchers, then maybe use that to get a 10-inch main battery. I mean, because seriously, at this era, we should have a 10-inch. So we have the Danu is still being made, which isn't bad. It's not that bad. And then is this a new one? I think it is. Ooh, I like this. I actually like this a lot. It's a lot bigger. It's got better armor all around. Still a heavy deck, but not bad. Not bad. That might actually be worthwhile. We don't got submarines. We've got a couple of coastal fortifications, and obviously no ships sunk. Okay, so our main objective for this for our starting couple of turns is going to be to deal with Italy. Is what I want to do. So I'm going to increase my intel on Italy. We're going to have moderate intel on France and the UK. and we're going to just go with low on everyone else because we're not really going to encounter them much. First thing to do, what are we going to do? First off, well, I mean, we've got a pretty good starting fleet. Really, I think the biggest thing we're going to have to deal with, we've got 6 battleships. Italy has 9 battleships. And they outnumber us on heavy cruisers as well, but we outnumber them with light cruisers and destroyers. What I want to do is, do we have 2? Okay, so once these are done, we'll outnumber the Italian fleet on heavy cruisers, but we need another battleship. I mean, our battleships suck. I would just about actually, I think maybe go with these 7,000 ton, just because they have the same armament, and I think they're a bit cheaper. I mean, if we could double up on these, we might be able to just like drown them in waves of heavy cruisers. You know, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a couple of those. So, let's see here. We're going to build 2 of these. We're going to put 1 of these on halt construction, just so we're not bleeding too much. And we're also going to halt this, just because I don't think it's going to help us at all. Okay, and I almost forgot. We're going to increase our tech to 10% of our budget. And let's see here. We want... what do we want? Well, I think we're going to need some hull construction. We're going to put that to high. We're going to put machinery development to high. Ship design to high. And fleet tactics to high. What I want to do is I want to create a very efficient navy. I don't want to create a big navy. Like I know I just said I'm just gonna swamp Italy with heavy cruisers, but that's mostly because our battleships are horrible. But what I want to do in the end is I want to just have a very efficient navy, and I want to try and have a solid grip on the Mediterranean. And I think the best option for that is going to be having a highly trained navy. So let's go on with turn 2. Well, actually, technically turn 1. Okay. Great Britain has laid down a battleship. France has laid down a... Okay, it's not... Nothing too big, though. We did have a delay in one of our heavy cruisers. Nothing too big. Italy has got to be our focus. If we can fuck with Italy, that's our best bet. So what I want to do is, with the high intel rate on there, hopefully I can steal some of their blueprints. But what I also want to do is, whenever any of these, because you'll see here coming up, if you haven't played this game before, between every turn there'll be like these little pop-ups, and I want a pop-up to come up where I can kind of raise tensions with Italy, which. Well, no pop-up just happened, but we did just get raised tensions with the United States and France, which France I do not want to go toe-to-toe with, because those guys are scary. Let's see here. We got 7 months before one of these Danube go off the slipways. Once that goes off, then I'll restart production on this battleship here. Man, nothing too big going on. We definitely need to start raising tensions with Italy. That's all I care about right now, because we need to expand our area that we own. Blueprints from a new Italian ship. Okay, one of their battleships. Which, yes, is, oh my god, wow, that is much better than my current ships. With 12-inch main batteries, not bad actually for this era. A pretty heavy secondary, a very heavy belt. Its turret's also even heavier than its belt. Its conning tower is, oh wow, it's very armored. The only thing we do better is that we are quicker than them. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend some of our surplus funds here, and we're going to increase our dock size. I think that's maybe where we're having a problem, is that a lot of our ships, our largest ship can only be 13,000 tons, whereas that last ship we just looked at was 15,000, so I think that might help a lot. So let's keep going here. And it's really, okay. Alright, so they just, another light cruiser. I wonder if they're trying to, yeah, I mean, they're getting closer to becoming light cruiser kind of parity with us, but it'll be a while, hopefully, before that comes about. Alright, another light cruiser commissioned. If I can actually get this to come up, yeah. What do we got? Okay, we still have 1 month there. We're going to put this battleship back on for production. Alright. The Schwarzenberg heavy cruiser, commissioned into the Navy. And we have another Italian ship. This is one of their heavy cruisers. Jesus Christ. Wow, okay, so 7,800 tons, 20 knots, 5-inch belts, and 4 8-inch guns in a main battery turret. Or in 2 main battery turrets. So that's actually a pretty beast. That's going to be hard to deal with. Well, since we're coming up with these problems here, let's see if we can create a decent heavy cruiser. First, we're going to auto design, and it kind of plops us with a kind of decent one. I mean, it's got a 6-inch main battery. Okay, hold on. Let's delete these turrets. Let's get these off here. What I want to do is I want to create an anti-Italian heavy cruiser. So let's bring this up to an 8,000 ton. Let's put a 5-inch belt on this thing. Let's bring that deck to a 1-inch. Conning tower at 4 is all right. And I think we're good with that. Alright, so now we need to, let's see if we can, I want to get an 8-inch main gun on here. So let's add a single turret, forward, 8-inch gun. Is that a problem? Okay, no. So they can go into turrets. I think maybe we'd be better with a double turret forward. Is that going to be a problem? Can we go to that? Is that going to be a problem? It's not a problem? Still got 1,000 tons. Let's do a rear turret. Let's do aft. Is that a problem? No. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. 9-inch. Where's our gun data? Okay. So from 8,000 yards, we're going to be barely penetrating a 4-inch belt. But at half that, we're almost at a 5-inch belt penetration. Oh, this is difficult. Well, yeah, this might do. We'd have to get in really close. We'd have to get in under their guns. But if we did that, we'd actually probably be able to take on their other heavy cruisers. Like a big bruiser is what we got here. Alright, let's go with a 5-inch main. We'll do 10 of these. Spread across. Torpedoes are alright. Actually, you could probably save a lot. Let's go with a 6-inch secondary. We could probably armor this thing up if we took out the torpedoes. Let's do that. We don't need the torpedoes with this. It is not going to be useful at this point. So, can we go with a 6-inch belt? No, it's just a little bit too much. 5.5 inch? That's fine. Deck's fine, because nobody's going to be hitting our deck for a long time. Can we go with a 5-inch conning tower? Turrets. Now, here's the thing. Turrets, we need these to be at about, I guess 3 inches, but no. 2.5-inch top? Okay. Alright. I think we got something here. This is, what does this go? 22 knots. This is actually a pretty quick heavy cruiser. I think we gotta go with this. And you know what? Just as a little added fun thing for this series, I think I'm just gonna name these ships after people I know. Let's call my first designed ship after somebody on my Discord. Let's go with Mag. Yes. If you don't know who he is, check out my previous multiplayer series in EU4 and check out his channel. But we'll call this the Magnus class heavy cruiser. And we are going to build 2 of these puppies. Now, they're expensive. They're pretty expensive, but I think they'll be worth it. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep that going, because we'll drop off one of these heavy cruisers pretty quick. So let's go with the next turn. Italian ship San Giano. Giarno? I can't speak Italian. Armored cruiser, 8-inch main gun. So it's less than us. 4.5-inch belt. Actually, we can deal with that. We can actually deal with that pretty good. And we're faster than him. He's got a heavier secondary, though. That's actually a pretty heavy secondary. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we got some machinery savings. 1 month too late. Let's halt this construction. We want this to get off the slipway. Okay, improved torpedoes, not bad. U.S. is commissioning a lot of ships, as is Germany and France. I want more tension with Italy, damn it. Okay, so we can build the, well, yep. Oh, an uprising in African country, focus of great power colonial ambitions. We need to send a force to evacuate our nationals and protect our interests. Definitely send a battleship. That'll increase tension, but we kind of need that right now. Oh, God. I don't want to go to war with Russia. I want to go to war with Italy. Okay, so we got some decent technology that round. Let's put this back on. Yeah, it's fine. That battleship will come off the slips here pretty soon. That'll lower our monthly price down quite a bit. Or our monthly deficit. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, alright, well, we probably could have used that on the heavy cruiser. Oh well. That is a big thing in this era, is there was always a saying, is that ships would come off of the, would come out of dry dock already obsolete. And that this game does mirror that pretty well. Let me just double check. God, okay, so Italy is still beating us on battleships and heavy cruisers, but we're just beating them on light cruisers. Don't know if we're going to be able to beat them if we go to war. Because I definitely don't want to go to war with Russia. Because that's just going to be a very... this is going to be a very boring war. 3 months until our dock size increase, which is going to be good. Let's keep our heavy cruisers going. Alright. Can we guarantee... Kaiser is asking if you can guarantee victory over Russia. If war should come, what is your answer? Now, apologies for in the background. I think something is passing by my window. we probably could, but I can afford the prestige, but we definitely need extra budget. Okay, so we've got 4 heavy cruisers on the slips. Right now, what I want to do is I want to, actually, can I double check the design on these? 22 knots, 6-inch belt. Yeah, we'll go with 47. So that, by the way, we'll organize that a bit better. Let's definitely put 3 of these up. We definitely need to bring our naval strength on parity with at least Italy. Because if we can't beat Italy, then I mean, what are we going to do? Alright. What's stronger navy? They want you to help convince the Kaiser to increase naval expenditures. What do you do? You know what? Yeah, that was worth it. We definitely have a problem with budget. We're going to have that because we have the lowest naval budget in the game. Let's see here. I'm just double checking these. Not really much we can do. I can't sacrifice any ships to kind of bring our monthly deficit down. Not that it's a huge deal right now. Ooh. So we have 600-ton displacement for destroyers now. That's actually not bad. What's our current ones at? Yeah, 500? Yeah, and that's the Listen class. Let's design a new destroyer class. Let's get it up to 600 tons. That's actually not a bad design. Is that valid? Yeah, it's pretty valid. I mean, we're only operating in the Mediterranean, so cramped isn't that big a deal. For destroyers, I don't think I'm going to name them after anybody. So let's save this. The Uzak class. I can't speak whatever language that is. So if you're here for proper pronunciation of things, go somewhere else because I'm not going to be that person. We'll do 3 of those. 3 of those, and we'll halt construction of that. Oh, so oil's been discovered in Java. Let's see here. Keeping an eye on Italy. It's mostly just small things like cruisers, destroyers. Shouldn't be that bad. Birds, sure. What? I've never actually seen it for something this small. Like, I usually get them for, like, heavy cruisers and battleships, but not for destroyers. That's a new one. It's concerned about tensions leading to war. And you've been called to give advice. What do you recommend? Can we... Yes! Safeguard interest in negotiating... Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Actually, I think I didn't read that. Usually that's like, if you have a drop-down menu, it's usually like, we should go to war with that person. But actually, now I think about it, we should safeguard our interests, negotiate an agreement with Germany. An agreement with Germany would actually be very beneficial. Yes, there we go. All right, so the Central Powers got together a couple years ahead of time. Let's go to the next turn. New French. Actually, no, the heavy cruiser from the French. Not bad, actually. Not bad. 20 knots, 8,000 ton. Now, ours is still better, technically, except for this 10-inch main battery. Because that's battleship grade armor. Or it's battleship grade armament. But it has a light belt. Pretty heavy turrets, though. It's not bad. Like, I'd definitely use that. If I had one. Let's keep going here. Political murder in the Balkans. Wow. a treaty with Germany and a political murder in the Balkans. I have a funny feeling we're going to go to war with Serbia. Uh, mm, Diplomatic solution. Tensions. No, I think prestige, budget, and tension are good right now. And that is my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back now. But I'm just just back in time for this episode to be over. So a little sorry about that. But I think we're doing all right. We definitely need to get this war sparked off with Italy just to expand, because that's what we need right now. But I will see you guys next time for Rule the Waves.